Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and maybe it took me just a couple weeks longer than I originally planned, but I finally went out and saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, aka Ralph Breaks the Internet. This is a 2018 film that is obviously a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. It took like 6 years for this movie to come out, which is sort of surprising, even though I just recently saw Wreck-It Ralph 1 for the first time recently and really enjoyed it. It seemed like the movie made enough money, but hey, animated movies, I know sometimes it takes them a little longer to fully develop a story or to get the animation right. This plot, we see Ralph and Vanellope in Vanellope's game, her Sugar Land game. It's missing a piece, like the controller, the steering wheel is broken, so her game is in danger of being shut down. So the two of them decide to find that piece on the internet. So they go to the internet, trying to find eBay, trying to find this part, but then they also need money for said part, so then they have to swarm the internet to try to figure out ways to make money for this piece. And wow, just wow. What I thought of the sequel was, I really enjoyed this movie. I did. I had a lot of fun. I just enjoyed it all the way around. If I were to compare it to the first one, which I don't always like to do, but with sequels, it's easy to have to think like that. I'm not so sure I would say it's better than the original. I enjoyed the original a lot. Just getting into that world and getting to know the characters is sometimes always more fun, but I enjoyed seeing where we left off. I enjoy the fact that these are video game characters, so they don't age in a lot of ways, and I like seeing Ralph and Vanellope as close friends, seeing the relationship they develop, just in the sense of Ralph is very dependent on her, maybe in some other ways smothering and too protective, but I like Vanellope a lot. John C. Reilly is great as Ralph. He made me laugh a few times, but Vanellope is my favorite part of both of the movies, to be honest. She's voiced by Sarah Silverman once again. I just like that her main goal at first is to find this piece. She can't lose her game. She can't be homeless and left out. So of course that's what the main plot begins with. But then over time, when she does go out there in the internet and veer off and meet new people, meet new characters and surroundings, she goes to that slaughter race place and she instantly connects to it. She wants to grow, and I like, as a character, as young as she may be, she was learning that she can move on, that she can get new dreams, that she can venture out and discover new things. Like, I really like the arc of Vanellope's character. She, at Slaughter Race, meets the character Shank, voiced by Gail Gadot. I instantly recognized her voice, so that was cool. I liked some of these racing scenes. I like how they portrayed the internet and how it was just visually, how it looked, how you saw various things like Google and Facebook and Twitter and obviously eBay, and just how it worked, and the explanations for why the internet might shut down on you once in a while, or how viruses or pop-up ads or ad blockers, and how they characterized that, how they created characters for that, and how they visually showed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was creative. I mean, the idea itself, going to the internet itself, sure, I remember seeing that on a skit on Dave Chappelle once, so I'm not saying it's the most original thing, but I do like that that's the direction they decided to take it. It did open up the world so much more. It did bring a level of maturity. Look, it's still a kid's movie. It's still funny. It still has all those moments, but it did take these characters on a mature sort of level. But one of the funniest parts, because there's a lot of characters or cameos and references, especially because it's a Disney movie, so you're going to see a lot of Disney-owned characters and Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff. Like, that was all cool. But the funniest part to me in the movie is something that technically you saw some of it in the trailer, but there were a couple other scenes with the Disney princesses. I found that hilarious, and how when you break down all of those fairy tales and all of those old Disney movies that we all know and love, it's pretty messed up. These women, these girls went through some serious, just stressful things and situations and upbringings, and I loved it. I loved how they sort of poked fun at that and showed that some of these princesses are a little scarred and damaged. Just for whatever reason, that made me laugh a lot. But overall, I would give this movie a good date film. I certainly would recommend you guys, if you haven't already, to check out Ralph Breaks the Internet. Let me know in the comments below if you've already seen the movie. What did you think of it? Did you like it as well? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!